Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning to our online viewers. So welcome to our pre-bid conference for contract ID numbers 25H80052 to 25H80062. Okay, so before we start, I request everybody to please stand for the prayer.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Our Heavenly Father, we offer you our thanksgiving. We thank you for everyone gathered here today to walk with you. May we ask you for your blessings and guidance so that the activities set for this undertaking be successful. We ask you to open our eyes to see the wonderful things from this activity. We ask that you open our ears so that we may retain the invaluable knowledge. Open our minds for us to think wisely. Put us with understanding, cooperation, and peace in fulfilling our responsibilities. Open our hearts so that we may receive your everlasting love, and open our spirit so that we may know that you are with us all throughout the day. We ask all this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Okay, so before we'll start, I will call the attendance first. For the Bidding and Awards Committee, we have our back chairperson, Sharina A. Batukapala. Back vice chairperson, yours truly, Jeremiah H. Gabuya. Back members, we have Maria Dolores B. Salazar, Maria Luz D. Branzuela, and Mr. Japheth M. Salera. For the back secretariat, we have Jerome R. Padraque, Arnel A. Branzuela, Fritz Andrew G. Esignar, Sarabel Sulib. Then for the technical working group members, we have the TWG head, Evelyn C. Mansueto, Francis C. Cañete as member, Elvira C. Fernandez, Kenny Luis D. Marcelino S. Cortez IV. And we have also Reynaldo B. Padillo and Corazon J. Amugis. Okay. Now we wish to inform everyone that this office will be conducting early procurement activities, or the EPA, for FY 2025 National Expenditures Program, or the NEP. This is based on the guidelines on the implementation of early procurement activities. Okay. Okay, since we don't have any prospective bidders present today, so we will now start with the discussion. So may I call on the respective designers.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here to discuss the MPB projects. For the first one, we have the contract ID 25HH0052 with contract name Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Labangon, Cebu City, Cebu. With project description, buildings construction low-rise concrete. Approved budget contract is 2,970,000 with contract duration of 60 calendar days. Source of funds is FY 2025 DPWH infrastructure program based on NEP. For the main scope of works, we have, let me discuss the first part, the facilities for the engineers, A 1.16, provision of combined field office, A 1.115, operation and maintenance of the temporary field office. For part 2, other general requirements, B3, permits and clearances, B5, project billboard, signboard, B7, occupational safety and health program, B9, mobilization and demobilization, B24, general scaffolding and shoring, B20, temporary fence. For the main scope of works, we have the architectural scope. Part C is 1047-1, structural steel. So this is the steel stairs located at the rear side of the building. And the next is glazed tiles and trims at the roof deck area of the building. And then lastly, we have the painting works. Painting works for roof deck, located at the roof deck, and then painting works for steel stairs. So this is a roof deck area and this is the steel stairs located sa likod. And that's all for Labangon, Barangay Labangon. Next is contract ID 25HH0053 with contract name Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction, Completion of Multipurpose Building Package A, Barangay Mambaling, Cebu City, Cebu. Project description, buildings, construction, low-rise concrete. With approved budget contract, 9.9 million. Contract duration is 210 calendar days and source of funds is FY 2025 DPWH infrastructure program based on NEP. Kani? For the target scope of work, this project aims to construct the multipurpose building at Barangay Mambaling, Cebu City. The scope of works consists of structural excavation of footings, columns and beams, and structural concreting of footings, columns and beams. This also includes cement plastering of columns and beams, pipings of sanitary sewer line, cold water line pipes, and electrical conduits and rough-ins. So, mao ni ang area nga for completion. Ground floor, health center and daycare, and barangay Tanod outpost. Second floor, we have the office space. Third floor is the social hall. And then, for the roof deck, we also have the roofing works. That's all for Barangay Mambaling.
Hi, good morning everyone. I'm here to discuss this project with the contract ID 25HH0054 with the contract name 001 ensures safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, preventive maintenance, tertiary roads, Mvela Street, S0064CB, chainage 157 to chainage 498 Cebu City. With the project description, roads, construction, PCCP. The approved budget for the contract is 8,820,000 pesos. With a contract duration of 101 calendar days and the source of funds being FY 2025 DPWH infrastructure program based on NAP. Okay, so here's our initial plan with the station limit starting from 0+157 ending at station 0+497 with a net length of 340 meters. And here is our location for the project. As you can see on the left side, it starts right out as the bridge ends at Mvela Street and it goes all the way through to the intersection of Mvelas, Virama, and Salvador Street. You can see here the pictures from where the project starts and ends. Next, we have here are the summary of quantities. Basically, for the main scope of works for the project, it includes the removal of actual structures or obstruction, PCCP with 0.3 meters thick, as well as surplus common excavation, including disposal, subgrade preparation for common material, aggregate sub-base course, PCCP unreinforced 0.33 thick, with a curing days of 3 days, and then there's also reconditioning of the drainage structures for both sides of the whole length, and as well as reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, both white and yellow. You can see here the general notes and the technical specifications, design standard construction requirements, and specifications. Then we have here is the typical roadway section for the left side only. Since this is a reblocking project, we'll be focusing on the left side for this project alone. Thank you. Do you have any questions for me?
Good morning. I'm PJ Hara. I am going to be discussing about the contract ID 25HH0055 with the contract name of with a contract name of Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps, Access Roads and or Bridges from the National Roads leading to major strategic public buildings, facilities, construction of Dita Guba Bridge, Barangay Pulang-Bato in Cebu City, Cebu. The project description is bridge, construction, concrete of superstructure. Its approved budget of contract is 29,400,000. Its contract duration is 139 calendar days, and its source of funds is fiscal year 2025 DPWH infrastructure program based on NEP. So the net length of the bridge is 20 meters, and it is located near the basketball court of the Taguba. And its major scope of work are the following: the removal of structures and obstructions, the bridge excavation and the embankment, and the superstructure, which is the main bridge and the deck. Thank you. Thank you. I will give to completo. The type of bridge is two-span, sir. Concrete. Ay, one span. Oh, one span. One span. Okay. Not 20.
Ang bridge na to is 20 meters, one span bridge, RCDG. With a board pile lang ato ang foundation niya.
I-define ko ng RCDG.
RCDG is the reinforced.
The meaning of RCDG, ma'am, reinforced concrete deck girder. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I will now give the floor to...
I-elaborate lang yun kay para maklaro po sa viewers po o sa other non-technical na pag-members. Ha?
Okay, sir.
Maklaro.
Thank you, sir. I will now give the floor to Engineer Jan.
Good morning. So I'll be presenting contract ID 25HH0056 with the contract name 001, ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset prevention program, preventive maintenance, tertiary roads, V. Rama to Tres de Abril with S00368CB chainage 926 to chainage 2136. With a project description, construction PCCP, and an ABC of 31,360 million, and contract duration of 193 days. So, as for the plan, the station limits is at chainage 926 to chainage 2136, with a net length of 1,210 meters. This is the location plan of the project. The start of the project is at B. Rodriguez, and at the end is at N. Bacalso. We have here the usual items, and then for the reblocking, we have the following, and then their respective quantities and the respective quantities. As for the target scope of work, the plan involves reblocking of roads with a varying width using 200 mm aggregate subbase, and then 0.33 meters thick PCCP 3 days, and then this is the usual technical specifications. And the typical roadway section for reblocking, left side and right side.
morning. I'm here to discuss our next project with a contract ID of 25HH0057. Contract name 001 Ensure Safe and Reliable National Road System Asset Preservation Program Preventive Maintenance Secondary Roads Cebu South Coastal Road with a section ID of S00134CB from station K008 plus minus 767 to K00800. And the next section is S00135CB K008 plus 000 to K0008 to 5 plus 536 Cebu City with the project description of roads, rehabilitation, asphalt. Our ABC is 86,850,000 with a contract duration of 128 calendar days. The source of fund is FY 2025 DPWH infrastructure program based on NEP. Our project location is at SRP near the SMC side. Station limits here. First, the section ID S00134CB is southbound from kilometer 8 minus 676 to kilometer 8. And the next section ID is S00135CB northbound going to Viaduct from kilometer 8 to kilometer 8 plus 536 with a net length of 1,303 meters. Here is our location map. First, we start from S00134CB, the southbound, here, this part. The beginning of our project is here with the existing concrete, this one, going to kilometer 8 here. And the next, section 2, we have this one, the opposite side, going to Viaduct, kilometer 8, going to this one, this part here, after the intersection of FB Steel. The exact location and coordinates of our start and end of our sections is here. Our target scope of work involves, the plan involves at 100 mm thick AA asphalt overlay hot laid. Existing dilapidated asphalt pavement is to be removed and changed. The existing base to Portland cement stabilized road mix base course. Thermoplastic pavement markings are also to be provided. This also includes construction of sidewalk, reconditioning of drainage on both sides, and construction of drainage in some sections along the limits of the project. The net length of the project is 1,303 meters. This is our general notes and technical specifications of the items involved in our project for your reference. This one is our typical road section. This one is for the 134CB southbound. We have our excavation, 102, then Portland cement stabilized road mix base course, then bituminous prime coat, MC cutback asphalt grade 70, then emulsified asphalt, then bituminous concrete surface wearing course hot laid. And on the right side, we have our sidewalk, concrete curb, precast, metal frames and grating for our cover of our drainage. Item 404 and 405, reinforcing steel and structural concrete for our drainage, and also gravel fill. This one, typical section for our 135CB going to Viaduct. We still have the surplus common excavation, Portland cement stabilized road mix, base course, bituminous prime coat, MC cutback asphalt grade 70, emulsified asphalt, bituminous concrete surface wearing course hot laid. And also on the left side, we have the sidewalk, aggregate, sub-base course, conditional drainage, and painting of curve. That's all. Sir. Yes, as sa sir, 135, nasa the concrete sa Tibok Lane, sir. Oh, sir. Nabali. Oo, sir. Sending na ito ang kuhan. Change na ito, sir. Yes. My mistake. Yes, sir. Diri nga side, sir. Sa atong kuhan na, sir. Sa ato ang 134. Sir. Diri nakakuan. Sa ato lang section siguro, sir. Ato reflect. Kani siya. Kani. Yan sa pika side na to, 135 mo ni siya. Ang existing concrete. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sa regional office ni nga project. Okay, sir. Sige, sir. Thank you. Our next project is to be discussed by Engineer Luna.
So for the next project with the contract ID 25HH 0059, 002, protect lives and properties against major floods, flood management program, construction maintenance of flood mitigation structures and drainage systems, construction of drainage structure along Salinas Drive, Cebu Balamban Trans-Central Highway, Cebu City. Project description, flood control, construction, drainage. With an ABC amount of 44,100,000, contract duration 259 calendar days, source of fund FY 2025, DPWH infrastructure program based on NEP. So this project is located along Salinas Drive, going to Cebu Balamban Trans-Central Highway, and crosses at the junctions of Gorordo and Salinas Extension. So this project is a continuation of our 2018 drainage project along Salinas Drive. So as you can see in the picture, there is the last manhole of our 2018 project. So we will connect there, going to junctions of Gorordo Avenue, and will turn to Cebu Trans-Central Highway. So the main scope of work of these projects are construction of 60 inches RCPC drainage type 2, and we have a manhole every 20 meters with a cross drainage of 36 inches RCPC diameter. We have also a removal of actual structures of obstruction like sidewalk, existing RCPC, curb and gutter. We also provide shoring, cribbing, and drain excavation of this project. So that's the main scope of work of this project. So that's all for this project.
Copy, sir, copy. Okay, copy, sir. So for the next project, Engineer Celestius will discuss.
Good morning, everyone. I am here to discuss about contract ID 25HH0060 with a contract name Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps, Flood Mitigation Structures Protecting Public Infrastructures or Facilities, Construction of Revetment along Losaran River, Barangay Tagbao, Cebu City, with a project description, flood control construction, slow protection, with approved budget of for the contract, 44,100,000 pesos, with contract duration 327 calendar days, and with a source of funds FY 2025 DPWH infrastructure program based on NAP. So for this project, it is located along Losaran River at Barangay Tagbao with station limits Station 0 to Station 0150 with total length of 300 meter with 150 meters on right river bank and 150 meters on left river bank. So this project it is situated on along Losaran River and with a major scope of work of construction of revetment structure with a capping beam with Z-type steel sheet pile and reinforced concrete dike that is composed of concrete slope protection on both left and right river bank. So for the details, it has steel sheet pile with pile capping and 5-meter height with a height of 5 meters reinforced concrete dike with grouted riprap class A inside. And here are the typical detail for the RC dike and also the detail for the steel sheet pile cap. And this is also the details for the Z-type steel sheet pile. And that's it for this project. For the next project, Engineer Tricia will discuss.
Good morning, everyone. So for this project with contract ID 25HH0061, contract name 002, Protect Lives and Properties Against Major Floods, Flood Management Program, Construction Maintenance of Flood Mitigation Structures and Drainage Systems, Construction of Flood Mitigation Structure along Kinalumsan River, Cebu City, with a project description, flood control, construction slope protection, with an ABC amount of 49 million and 340 calendar days, source of funds FY 2025 DPWH infrastructure program based on NEP. So So for this project, the location of this project is along Kinalumsan River, Cebu City, with a net length of 322 meters. So this project is composed of 2 barangays, Barangay Buhisan and Barangay Punta. So provided po ang coordinates for the exact location. So this project has 4 sections. So for the section 1 and 2, under Barangay Punta ni siya, then the 3 and 4 is Barangay Buhisan. So ang 1 and 2 is, ang landmark is near Don Bosco along Buhisan Road. Then ang Barangay Buhisan is continuation sa 2024 project. So the major scope of work of this project are structural concrete, reinforcing steel, pipe culvert and drain excavation, grouted riprap, structural steel sheet piles, furnished and driven manhole and concrete cover. So these projects the nga detail is typical cross-section is this one. Natay pile capping, concrete pile capping, and steel sheet pile nga 6 meters. Then nag-provide task behind sa revetment is the U-ditch and the easement nga 2.5. So that's all for this project. So the next project will be discussed to Brent Silicious.
For the contract ID 25HH0062 with a contract name 002 Protect Lives and Properties Against Major Floods, Flood Management Program, construction or rehabilitation of flood mitigation facilities within major rivers, river basins, and principal rivers, construction of flood mitigation structure at Barangay Budlaan, Cebu City, with project description, flood control, construction of slope protection, with approved budget for the contract of 67,550,000, with contract duration 385 calendar days, and source of funds FY 2025 DPWH infrastructure program based on NAP. So for this project, it is located at Barangay Budlaan with station limit station 0 to station 600, and with a length for the right river bank 381 and 381.5 meters and 321.5 meters for the left river bank, with a total length of 703 meters. And here's a geotag photo for reference as well as for the exact location of the project. So here's also the location map showing the location of the project. And here's the general notes as well as for the technical specifications for the items involved in the project. So for this project, the major scope of work is, this is actually our project way back 2019, but some of the structure were damaged, and this will serve as replacement for those structures that were damaged, and as well as there will be construction of revetments, and these are the typical section with steel sheet pile type 2 with capping beam for both riverbanks. And there's also type A and type B revetment details for some sections. And that's it for this project. And for the last project, this is going to be discussed by Engineer Ralph.
Good morning, everyone. Next project is designated with a contract ID of 25HH0058 with a contract name of 002, Protect Lives and Properties Against Major Floods. Flood Management Program, construction, maintenance of flood mitigation structures and drainage systems. Construction of drainage structure along Gordo Avenue, Cebu City. Project description is a flood control construction of drainage with an ABC amount of 14,700,000 pesos. Contract duration is 182 calendar days, and a source of funds is FY 2025 DPWH infrastructure program based on NEP. So the project is located specifically at Gordo Avenue, Cebu City, with stations 002 to 700, with a net length of 827.80 meters. The project will start at the junction around Trans Central Highway with the station 00 up to 670. Here lies the project link data with the limits and also the coordinates of the start and end. Here are the general notes and the technical specifications. The summary of quantities and the scope of work composes of a structural concrete with 3,000 PSI Class A, 28 days, metal frames and grating by 0.7 times 1.57 meters, metal frames, curb and gutter, sidewalk, pipe culverts, embankments, manholes of 910 millimeter diameters and 1,220 mm diameters. We also have inlets of type 1,220 millimeter diameter and a concrete cover here as follows. Here is the typical drainage section details shown to you, front elevations and sides. Stations 100 to 600 shows here the box culvert, and 165 to 400 is the catch basins and stone masonry. Here also lies the drainage site development plan details, which we specifically state where the different structures are situated along the Gordo Avenue. Here is the construction of manhole type A with concrete cover and type B also, and the details. Here are the other details for outfalls and scouring protections, stone masonry, open canals, and other more such as box culverts, bar bending diagrams, sections with steel grating covers, and other more such as elevations. That will be all. Thank you.
Okay, do we have concerns from our online viewers? Okay, I think none, so I will now turn over to Engineer Andrew for some reminders.
Good morning. some reminders for kanang mga requirements, no, for the sa ato mga bidders. So, ang kanang atong mga permi balik-balik, no, kanang atong folder. So, dapat one copy sa original and one copy sa as copy. As copy. And ato lang pod kuan ang kanang words. Hello. Words o kanang amount, no, ang mo prevail kay ang in words gyud, no, kaysa sa figure. Now please refer na lang sa mga equipments nga needed for sa mga lain-lain nga mga contracts, no, different ang mga equipment needed as per contract. Also, ato mga attachment for the technical ng mga mayor's permit, mga NFCC, mga field jeps. Also, ang kanang pinakabag-o nato ron nga at dapat ang atong project engineer kay dapat accredited sa DPWH, no. So kini, no, to be eligible to bid for the contract, a contractor must have certificate of registration with field jeps and an approved activation of BIR electronic filing and payment system, or the EFPS, and must meet the following major criteria: prior registration with the DPWH, Filipino citizen of 75 Filipino-owned partnership corporation with PCAB license applicable to the type and cost of the contract. Third, completion of a similar contract costing at least 50% of ABC. D, net financing contracting capacity at least equal to ABC. And lastly, letter of authority for the representative or liaison officer as reflected in the CRC to submit bids. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using non-discretionary pass or fail criteria in the eligibility check, preliminary evaluation of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification and award as specified in the 2016 revised Implementing Rules and Regulations or IRR of Republic Act 9184 or the RA 9184, otherwise known as the Government Procurement Reform Act. The contract shall be awarded to lowest calculated responsive bidder who was determined as such during post-qualification. Okay. Prospective bidders may download the bidding documents if available at the DPWH website and at the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or PhilJEPS. Bidders that will download BD from the DPWH website shall pay the said fees as stated above, on or before the submission of their bid documents. The BAC will issue hard copies of the bidding documents at the same address to eligible bidders upon payment of a fee stated above. Okay. Lastly, contractors or applicants who wish to participate in this bidding are encouraged to enroll in the DPWH Civil Works Application or CWA at the DPWH Procurement Service located 5th floor, DPWH Building, Bonifacio Drive, Port Area, Manila, while those already enrolled shall keep their records current and updated. The contractor's eligibility to bid on the contract will be determined using the DPWH contractor profile eligibility process and subject to further post-qualification. Okay? And as prescribed in the Department Order Number 3, Series of 2015, the deadline of submission of contractors' records to the DPWH Civil Works Registry for updating is as follows. A, for Class A, Documents and financial statements must be submitted at least 7 calendar days. B. Technical documents completed or ongoing projects at least 15 calendar days before the deadline of the submission or opening of bids. Interested bidders may obtain further information and inspect the building documents at the same address. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend, and late bids shall not be accepted. No? Ang atoging dropping is kanang 10 a.m. in the morning, no? Lapas until 10 a.m. Beyond 10 a.m. is will not be accepted anymore. Okay? Strictly kuan gina nato, no? Monitored. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically, no? Or online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, no? So di pwede natay duha, manual or online, either nila. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in the bidding documents. Okay? Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat for manual submission or at electronic bids _Cebu City at dpwh.gov.ph for electronic submission or on before the deadline stated above. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the invitation to bid clause 18. Okay? So, kato na lang, no? And for the queries sa katong napay questions sa atong plano for katong mga contracts, please do visit na lang sa planning and design section for a site visit and for clarification. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Andro. So I think that's all, and reminders also for the prospective bidders. So this pre-bidding conference is hereby adjourned. Good morning once again.